All right, folks, let's take a look at this one. The Sabres again, losing overtime. Coming up. I'm not as pissed today, guys. I'm just not. I enjoyed the game again. It was entertaining. Columbus played their guts out in this game as well. I mean, it was just a bit of lack, guys, of physical play, okay? Besides that, one hell of a game. Lyon looked great in nets. I mean, I don't want to blame him at all in this game because, my goodness, when they were out shooting us 14-1, it could have been 3-0 and they could have ran us out of the rink early, you know? The Sabres came out flat in the first, though. Something we have to deal with. We'll talk about that in a sec. Let's take a look at the numbers. Okay, shots on goal, 38 apiece, 57% for Columbus on the faceoffs, 43 for the Sabres. Sabres 0 for 2 on the power play. The Jackets 1 for 1. And here's where I believe we could have done better. 13 hits in the game. We only had 2 hits, I think, in the last period. Not enough, guys. 23-13 the hits. Blocks, Sabres had 20, Jackets 15. Sabres had 11 giveaways, the Jackets 15. 4 takeaways for the Sabres, 6 for the Jackets. Shots on goal per period. 14-9 in the first. Columbus, it was 14-1 at one point. And then the Sabres took over. Second period, Sabres played very well again. They've been a great second period team this year. 12-8 shots on goal. And the third period, 16-14 Sabres. Just couldn't hang on. Columbus didn't throw in the towel. They kept coming at us. Eventually tied it up. And 2-1 in the overtime for Columbus. The one shot on goal for Buffalo was that breakaway. Scoring. Chenikov at, oh God, guys, I should have opened up. Anyway, I'm gonna guess it's 6:09 unassisted. We go to the second. Doan from Tuck and Timmins at 11:39. Then McLeod from Byram and Tuck. Sabres take the lead at 14-12. And then, you guys seen it. They should have had a penalty called against them. Wasn't called. Then they called a bad call on Tuck. And Werenski scores the goal to tie it with 15 seconds left. Well, it says 16 here. It was like 15-point-something seconds left from Moncheko and Monahan. We go to the third tied. Dunn gets his first of his career from Mellenstein and Samuelson. At 2:40, Sabres take the lead. Looks like they're going to hang on. And the Sabres killer, Miles Wood, from Chenikov and Fabro at 13:55. Right about the same time when we let in that goal last game, eh? It was something that was pretty late like that. They tied up on a really, a tip-in that really you couldn't blame the goalie on that one, guys. You just couldn't. We go to overtime. And Wood again from Werenski and Lundstrom at 2:53. A tip in again. That's your game. Lundstrom. My goodness. Like, we had a breakaway in the overtime. We didn't bury it. Got to score. When we got those chances, it's overtime. It's 3-on-3. You guys know it's street hockey is what it is. And it's like, it's a breakaway pass, like, you know how it goes in overtime. You get possession, you're probably going to win. But it was a fun overtime. I got to tell you, it was a fun game. I'm frustrated they didn't play more physical in this game. Once they tuned down the physical game, kind of, we didn't have any for them, which I didn't like. I was happy with what I seen of Kesselring in his first game. He looked like he fit in, which is good. Sabres, guys, if you would have told me at 0-3, and I'll admit it now, that they'd be 4-4-2 after 10 games, I would have took that in a heartbeat 7 games ago. So I can't complain. Just really, I can't complain. 10 games, 10 points. Sabres are alive and well this year, and they're going to have to figure a way to score and win in the clutch in games like this, especially if we get to the playoffs. You want to win in overtime. But, hey, it's really in my head 2 ties, you know. That's the thing with overtime. But it would have been nice to split them and get one. You know, we gave 2 points away to 2 teams that were probably going to be, we really gave 3 to Toronto. We gave 1 to Columbus because In my opinion, Columbus tonight, even though there was 6.5 minutes left, deserved a point. They deserved a point in that game. They played good enough. When they tied it, I said they deserve it. Right away, that was my attitude about it. Okay, if we get to overtime, we'll decide it there. At least we get a point, and we'll see what happens in that overtime. And that's exactly what happened. Columbus looked good in this game. I don't want to take nothing from them. They looked good in this game. They played 60 minutes. They gave everything they had, and they got rewarded in this game. In the end, they got rewarded, and we didn't. And what did we see in this game? We seen, again, excellent goaltending by Lyon, I thought, in this game, guys. I know they came back and beat us tonight, but if there's any goalie I can forgive, it's Lyon tonight. Because honestly, I believe if UPL would have been in nets for that 14-1 outburst by them, we might have been buried early in this game, and that would have been it. This way, we got a point, which kind of sucks, but we still got a point in the deal, and we're still 500 after 10 games. I'll take it. I'm going to just leave it like that when it comes to that. I think if I'm going to complain about anything, lack of hitting today. Again, our last 2 home games, we were out hit 30-8. And today, what was it, 23-13, I think it was? 53-21, our last 2 games were being out hit at home ice. 21 hits, our last 6 periods on home ice. Do the math, guys. It's a little over 3 hits a period. It's not enough. It's not enough if you count the overtimes, So you can't tell me that 13 hits is enough in a game. You're never going to convince me, You're not going to convince me. I was watching John Scott's podcast, and he's seems to be a Toronto fan, this guy. I never even knew that. But anyway, he's talking about the Leafs. And he was talking about how soft they are because they're only tossing 20 hits a game. And he's right. He's right, saying that 20 hits a game is not enough. We're in a day and age that if you're going to slow your opponent down, you got to be physical. And I found that the Sabres, as soon as they played any kind of physical edge in the game, when Timmins did that hit, the Sabres took over the game. Did you notice? Timmins did that big hit. I forget who he hit, but it was a big hit. And right near central ice, it was right around there. And the game turned around for a while in our favor. But you got to keep it coming. You can't just throw a hit every 5 minutes. It doesn't work like that. That's on average what we did today. We played almost 65 minutes and we threw 13 hits. That's about 1 hit every 5 minutes. That's 1 hit every 5 shifts. Okay, 4 shifts then. It's not enough, guys. It's not enough. We need to double that. We need to be 25 hits a game and more every night to be playing a brand of hockey that we are hard to play against. You're not hard to play against if you're on your home ice throwing 13 hits. Sorry. That's why, in my opinion, the way we lost this game, and I know Toronto slightly out-hit us last game, but my goodness, we just dominated that game. It was sad the way we lost that. They hardly had any chances all night. This team tonight was coming at us hard. Okay, hard, not just with a bit of edge physically, but they were coming at us skating, and they were just aggressive all night long. And we stood up to the challenge. We did. I'm not complaining about that, but when a team really beats you double in physical play, in my opinion, tonight, you're not going to win. And I believe both teams kind of got what they deserved in this one. Tonight I can understand the Sabres losing more than last game. This one I understand it a bit more. It was one of those nights. Lyon wasn't going to bail us out. He can't bail us out every night. Okay? Not every night. Some of these nights we have to bail. We have to be there for him. And tonight there should have been more physical play. Like I said, goaltending was good. I was happy with Kesselring. He looked like he fit in nicely. Him and Byram look good together. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see going forward what we do. We're 4-4-2 after 10 games. I'll take it, guys. I'll take it. Take it gladly. And let's get on with the season now. We've got the cobwebs out. We start, in my head now, we're starting the season in Boston. We'll take it from there. Because we can't go in there and lose again. Okay? Guys, Done. I'm going to shut up there. I've been talking long enough. I'll see you guys soon. Boys are 500, and we're just going to go one step at a time now the next 10 games. Hopefully we can go something like 6-3-1, 7-3. This is what I'm hoping for, guys, the next 10 games now. We'll see. Not 0-9-1. You know, our usual annual long-ass losing streak. We don't need that this year, so let's go in Boston. Let's start on a positive note, get over 500, take the season from there. See you soon, guys.